Hi everyone, I'm Suzuko Yamada. I'm from Japan. Thank you for inviting me. Such a nice. Now it's too. Yeah, thank you. This nice occasion. Yes, so this is the second time I visited Kaunas, and I'm really happy to be here. Yeah, so when I was I came here before 2022. I presented two projects. Then I think I had a chance to talk about my projects. Maybe just around 20 minutes or 30 minutes, very short term. And then I used the word gathering. And then at the time, I didn't really have any kind of strong concept or vision for what we are doing, designing architecture. And after 3 years, I had a chance to publish my first monograph, which was just published in this April. So I brought some books. And then, so that time I need to have the title for the small book. And then we started to have the maybe the title or concept for also the exhibition, and we come up with the title parallel tunes, and parallel tune means polyphony, and I would just use the parallel tunes, which is just a little bit casual meaning of the polyphony, which is like different melody, different tunes are going together. So maybe in architecture, different structure or different way of being is coexist. So yeah, maybe we'll talk about that kind of thing through the projects. So every time I think about polyphony, I always thinking about this image. This is a very famous drawing by Henri Rousseau, The Dream, and then I know that he has never been to this jungle, very imagination jungle, and he has never been to this Celtic forest, but he has heard about the story from the forest, and he in his imagination he painted this very Celtic situation in the forest. And I really love this drawing because all the plants and all the animals are being as it is, and some of the plants are growing in that direction, and some of the plants are wider, getting wider and spreading up. And it's really interesting to have the lions hiding in the plants, and also the beautiful woman is just laying down in the couch. It's really Celtic, and it's not in realistic, but I feel like this situation is really real jungle, and maybe somehow real city or urban, especially in Tokyo situation. We are kind of this Celtic, but it's really vivid and somehow, how to say, interesting situation to be together. So this is the one drawing I produced in 2012 or maybe 2011 for the housing competition, and this is a competition for ideal dwelling, maybe. And then 2011 in Japan we have the big earthquake, and at the time I was researching the situation in the place which was attacked by tsunami, and also I was living in Tokyo, so I traveled between that two different situation, and I came up with this drawing, and it's really chaotic, but I was thinking to have the one legends or the situation of the living. It was about to be gathering all the material, all the elements, and all the people just gathered together in one place, but without any partition, maybe without any walls. But we need to have some columns, and we need to have some ceiling and floors and roofs, and maybe some window frames, but not with the glazing. And then all the other elements which creates the housing just in your house, like curtains and bookshelves and tables. So we put all together in to make density. We need, maybe that's the dwelling, maybe very basic form of the dwelling. So this is also the handmade model. So I was thinking to have some spot to find the place really comfortable, maybe hiding just in front of the columns, or maybe you can find a nicer place just going up the ladder and find a place over the ceiling. So I creating these small models, I found many places to be alone, or maybe to be with your family, and maybe to be with family, but to have your own space. So having a lot of elements together, that creates a lot of different spaces in your house. So because I was really lucky to have the first I won this competition in the first grade, and then I got a chance to build up this model in 1:1 scale in the museum space. So this is this is not because the museum you cannot have the real basement underneath the soil. So I built up this model by actually on a steel structure, but it's it's a kind of weird. But this is the first time I built my design in 1:1 scale, and with the some steel structure and wood couplings, and also some of the furnitures I collected from the furniture shop. So after so this was the 2012, and after 7 years, I had a chance to build my own house with my family, which means I didn't really get chance to have the architecture work. So it was the first experimental work for my office. So after 7 years, I realized, I did the drawing. It's quite similar to the one I did 2012, 2011. But this time we need to live inside of this house in reality. And here it's in Tokyo. It's in residential district in Tokyo, and we have a kind of the regulation. We need to put the 50% area we can build the house, and then other 50% you have to open up for the outside space. So I decided because the plot is not the rectangular shape, it's more like it's a kind of weird shape. So we need to decide where to have the open space. So we decided to put the house, half part of the house is inside and half part of the house outside. And at this time, we also tried not to have the many partitions between the rooms, but to have the columns and beams and this rectangular wood structure, to have the kind of feeling to be separated, but not to be separate. Too much separation, and between the rooms we have many structures, and between the house and the garden we also doesn't have the walls, just the window frames and also the structure elements. So we did the housing part in a wood structure, and I did the garden part in a steel structure. And of course, we have a lot of trees in the garden. And at the moment I designed this house, yes, I living in this house with my parents and husband and kids. And my mom is actually, she was living in Rwanda in Africa, and she was filming mountain gorillas in her profession, and she sends some pictures how they live together, mountain gorillas in the forest every day, and I really liked her images of the gorillas. And I also visited her house once, and also joined the tour to go up the mountains to find the mountain gorillas, and how they live in this middle of the forest is really interesting. And they always move the forest to find a nicer place to have the meals, but they still found the place to be sit down and get some rest in the middle of the forest. So the way they are looking for the place for themselves is really similar what we are doing in our house. So this is a house we built in 2019. So the title of the house is Daita 2019. So the half part of the house is facing to the road, and because the also for the orientation, it's facing to the southwest. The trees and the structure is covered the housing part by cars and people, and also the sunlight. So this is a photo from 2023 or something. So when the trees are glowing enough, then cover the house nicely, and the kids are playing around the house, and the one underneath is my son. And this is the inside of the house. So we have a lot of wood structure, just not covered by panels, but just open up. And we also have the big bookshelves, and we added some of the curtains, and we also put the many additional structures. So it's all about a different structure, different system come together and have the one environment. So this is my favorite place. On the second floor, we have the 4-meter high big opening, and we connect the dining table to the terrace here. And yeah, so coming back to my study in landscape architecture, because I majored in university, I majored landscape architecture, not architecture, and when I was studying landscape architecture, we always put this making this kind of system of the map, which is based on the topography and the water flow and vegetation and animals habitation and also the artificial load and artificial element of the buildings. So I always feel like our environment, our of course the artificial element of artificial environment, but the whole environment is kind of have a layers and having a different structure and different systems, but they coexist in one world. So another project, I also exhibited the model of this house in 2022 in Kaunas, and the project name is Miyazaki. It's another residential project. So I, from the kind of concept of the layers, we decided to have the very different layers, something like the structures and maybe the other furnitures or the one we made for the ladders, and then also on the rooftop we have the playground for the children, and maybe in the future we have some small houses for the kids. So we have some of the layers maybe in different years and different use, but we get all together to have the one private house. So we always designing the house. During the process, we use this handmade model with papers and foam cores and some of the wood chips. So the way we put together, we asked clients what kind of furniture, what kind of thing do they have and bring in the new house. And the client of this house is a graphic designer, and they really like the colors. And what they have, the furniture is really colorful, like colored by yellow and green and red. So we put the one they have, and we decided to, and we are surprised that it's the house of the graphic designers could be really colorful. So putting all the furnitures together in one drawing, we didn't have the colors on the columns and the floors before, but we found that the architecture itself and the furnitures are in one drawing. It's a little bit too apart, and we tried the elements of the architecture and the elements of the more like small stuff like furniture or household stuff and kids toy and maybe some just clothes you cannot bring it back in storage. So we put all the things in some of the colors, put individual colors, and we cancel the kind of hierarchy like architecture and other stuff. So this is the plan drawing. So we somehow we're trying to cancel the hierarchy between those elements, but still figuring out to build up as an architecture. So because we planned in the future, we need to have the small bedrooms for kids, 2 kids. We plan to have the basement on the rooftop, 2 small rooms, and then we had the on the corner of the bedrooms we had the columns. So you see the columns on the ground floor, but you cannot see the partition of those rooms. So that's why we have kind of random feeling of the columns and staircase, but it's in the future it's really reasonable to have it. So this is the one we've done with many colors. So on the floor we decided to have the water-like color to be really expand feeling, and we decided to have the very different opposite color of the red, of the blue. So it's red. So we decided to have the colors for all the individual elements to have some connections, and sometimes cut the connections, and but still have the kind of feeling to be coherent whole word. So yeah, and then after we put all the colors for each element, we really found we were surprised that the color is actually moving by the light, by the daylight, and also I found that because the outline of the thing is really hard. I'd say like all the element has the very specific outline, clear outline, but sometimes the color is over the outline and connected or over the elements. So I really enjoy the flexibility and the free feeling of the color, and we really wanted to try the kind of possibility to expand the coloring. So after we built the house, we had a chance to design the public space in this expo in 2025. We had a big expo in Osaka last year, and we did. There was a big competition for 20 architects to build the small pavilions. Basically, it's hosted the restrooms and a little bit much more bigger rest space. So the site of the pavilion for our pavilion is very in the middle, and in the expo, we have the big ring, and in the middle, we have the forest. It was actually really artificial forest, but we are in the part of the forest. And we came up, because first time we were struggling with what to come up with without any environment, because the site itself doesn't really have the buildings or natural environment. It was just a flat surface of the mud just before we started the project. So we decided to have some of the element of the forest, which is clusters of the trees, and between those clusters of the trees, we had the some of the functions that we had to host, which is the place to have the machinery, place to for the rest space for the policemen, and some of the restrooms, men's for the men's and women's, and also we have the medical center. So they are all really functional space, and it's really because it's really functional and not to be getting the comfortable, how do you say, like it's not for the visitors. It's more about the it's not for the how do you say, it's not for the rest space. So we decided to design the outside of the function. So we wanted all the function very in different shape, and also created a kind of feeling of the forest with the trees. So we located some of the bunch of the trees, and then between those trees we put the six elements, six small pavilions with the functions. So these two are the rest rooms, and this is the information center, and this is the hospital, and this one and these two are the floated floor for the this is a policeman rest space, and this is a machinery space. So it's all separated, but come together in one space. So we examine in 3D modeling to have the between space between the architecture element and the plants. So we started to cut the outline of the artificial element and also the plants to create the outside space. So this is the final shape of our pavilions. And yeah, we finalized the location of all those buildings. And this is what we had in last year. And yeah, it's because it's the temporary pavilion. We already demolished all the pavilions in 1 year. Then it's kind of sad. But here, we also tried the color coordination after the residential projects, and in this project, we decided to not to put one color in one element, but decide to have the different outline of the color to the pavilion's outline. So for example, we have the outline of the pavilion, something like this, but to have the color outline here, and also to have the yellow color here to for the people needed the assistance. And then also because we shoot the image very early in the spring, but so we don't have the leaves on the trees. But after spring we have the greenery here, so we also put the green color on next to the space on the ground, and also the going up the wall. So we coordinate the different element in the same color and connect it together. So sometimes we put the color coordination coming from this roof of the restrooms, but to connect with the hospital wall, and other wall go to the machinery space. So it's all about the connection and relationships inside of this site. And we also used a very light temporary material with this polycarbonate roof and light steel structures. Yeah, so that's the pavilions we've done in last year. And then at the same time, in our office, we started to have the landscape projects. And going back 2012, when I was studying in architecture in our art school, our art university, I did some of the projects of the landscape. And this is the photography I shot in Tanzania, in Serengeti. It's a national park in Tanzania. And I shot a very beautiful landscape. And then after going back to Tokyo, I did some of the drawing on top of those photography to find the structure of the natural environment. So I really wanted to create some very different structure that we have in artificial element, something different, but something that we can use for our urban environment. So this is a drawing from the gazelles. They are eating grasses, and some of maybe 80% of the animals are just looking down and eating their meals, but the 20% of them are just looking up and finding or just looking where the lions or cheetahs are coming towards the group. So it's all about keeping this group of gazelles in a safe way and keep them getting the meals in the same manner. So I I found it's interesting to have the different alloys system, but coexist. This is another drawing from the rocks, and some of the grasses and small insects are inhabited in between those rocks. And this is, maybe you can see the zebras. So this is a group of zebras, and I draw the, I pick up their, black paints. So I collected 24 drawings, and then I tried to find the visible structure feeling drawings. And I tried building up from that drawing, the somehow working as a space creating structural system at this time. So after I've done this project, I'm really looking in the outlines in the space. So basically, it's not about the structure, but it's more about the outer line of the space. So something, if, for example, if we have the outline here, we draw this outline shape of the window and outline shape of the ceiling. So I'm really interested in we're inhabiting inside of the outline, not the structure itself. So in this project, this is from the maybe 3 years ago, we did the art installation project, and we decided to have only the outlines, not the structure or not the partition, not the tables, but we tried to create the bar space to have the wines and cocktails. So this is the temporary event to have all the drinks and small meals inside of this gallery. But we did this space only with this 13 millimeter thick stainless steel pipes, and it's all connected together, and then it creates many small spaces together. So we also have the small hanging details for the cocktails. And after we've done in the white cube, we moved this steel pipes to the different location. For example, in this big storage room. So I really found it interesting in this location, because in white cube you see the lines really clearly, and it shows where the space is happen. But now in this location, you can see all the details of the backgrounds. So the lines that we draw is actually really merged into this environment, and you cannot really tell where the lines are connected together. But it's also really it's a kind of different harmony with this new structure to the artificial environment, and still have a kind of same feeling to have the small space, small space for gathering, and it's really moving when you walk inside of these structures. And we also tested this pipe system for some furniture project, which is this. And we put some of the furnitures on the outside location. And we also tested the outline concept to this small housing project. So this is a house we did in Tokyo, and then the plot itself is really small. It was something like 30 square meters. So, but the clients asked us to create his house by concrete. So we decided to have the very clear outline of all the shapes that we create. One of the object is this staircase, or the ceiling of the bathroom, and some of the bridge structure which connects to the floor to floor. So it's really compact. It's really small spaces just connected together between these clear outlines. Yeah. So. Yeah, it's all about the clear outlines and then without any partitions again. So we have really small space between those elements, and then we try not to have the dead end, but all the spaces have a kind of connection towards the different spaces inside of this small house. So yeah, that's the third project that we've done in Tokyo. Yeah. So the client really loves he has a client, and he really loves cooking. So he wants us to have the concrete structure kitchen that he can change this cooking instrument to in a few years. And he also has the 2 cats, and he asked. That's also the reason he asked us to build a house only with the concrete. And after we designed in the house and started the construction, he told us we actually started to have babies. So now the house is really full of the people and full of the cats. But it's a very nice house. So going back to the landscape project, I think this is the final project I'm talking. So after 10 years, I've done the project of the landscape project in my universities. We asked to design the landscape and also the architecture in the old farm. So this is the original condition of the farm, which was in the south part of Japan. So we visited the site, and I think it's really. I thought it's a really nice place to have the mountains and the big hills, and also very cute animals. And then original condition, they have some partitions between the inside of this 15 hectare glass of the fields. And then I I thought these partitions of the between people and animals, and also animals to animal, are a little bit too artificial in this environment. So we had a long discussion with the owners, and we decided to have more kind of feeling of the free walking tour inside of the big environment. And then, this is the first drawing that we produced in our studio of this project. And because we've only done a very small project before, like 100 square meter house, or the concrete house has only 50 square meters. So 15 hectare is actually really big for us. And we tried to have to figure the scale of the farm to create in the paper model, but it was too big. So we trying to figure the different way to find the how do we produce the artificial element inside of this environment. So we did this drawing with the very different scale, and it's not a drawing. It's not like the architecture drawing to have the same scale, but we have the mountains that it's really unique mountains, have the 3 peaks together. And I really like the forest in front of the mountains, and the blueberry field, and also the pond the client created. So all the really unique element that environment already have, and we placed some of the new architectural element on that environment. So because the environment has the green color and the blue color, it's a very beautiful coordination. We decided to have the warm color, which is like this warm color, to make the big difference and big contrast between the natural element and artificial element, and make the natural element more vivid. And this is also the way we draw the partition between the animals and people. So this is the existing condition that separates the animals and people. And we did the winding separation between animals and people, and also animals to animals, but walking towards this partitions, you cannot feel the clear edge of the clear boundaries between those animals. So this is the existing condition, and we found in these studies we tried to find the structural lines of the landscape, which was I've done in 10 years ago. So it's kind of similar studies. And then we also tried some of the other colors outside, besides the red and orangey color. We did the yellow color and the blue color and the green color on top of those environment, but we ended up these warm colors could be much better to be installed. So we picked up the this orange color, and because the environment has the kind of volcanic rocks inside of this park, I found the reddish color on top of the rocks. So this orange color is actually really fit, and then have a kind of nice coordination to the ground. So we've also done the paper model in 1 to 500 scale, so which is quite huge site models. So we try to put the small columns, small pillars, to divide the different animals and different males and female animals, but to have to keep the feeling not to separate it and not to be have the clear boundaries. So this is the area of the horse, and this is the area of the male goat, and this is the area of the male sheep. And in between, we have female sheep and female goat, and also people. So it's a it's a really interesting partition. But so we have the new building of the animals yard. So from this animals house, we have the different garden for the different animals, and still we have the open field for the sheep and goat. They are all females, so they are not going to attack people. So that's the that's the layout plan for this new landscape. So yeah, this is the drawing that we've had. And we've done this project in last year. So this is the original big barn for the sheep and the goat. And now we placed the long roof in front of this existing building, and connected to this huge glass field. And the shape of the roof is really straight, and it's cut the field of the open field, but they have the big openings, something like this. So the walls and openings are 4 meters. All the openings and all the walls are 4 meters each. So you have the big openings between the walls. Yeah, I don't. Maybe this is the. Yeah, maybe we can see the opening. So, so the animals in daytime, animals can get inside and also go outside by themselves to walk this way freely. Yeah. So for this. For these pictures, we see the artificial element go inside of the very natural, very huge environment, but still have a kind of character, unique character. So keep their edge of the mountains and edge of the forest, and also the big grass field. And the artificial element is it's somehow trying to be in one of the elements inside of this the big environment. And also for the partition between those animals, we decided to have this orange color to put all the small pillars, so that you cannot. We have this really thin steel partitions, the steel structures in between these columns, but we cannot see the thin one, because this orange pillars is really visible in front of you. So yeah, that's here. We can see the other side of the field easily through these big openings. So that's the landscape we've done last year. And then again, we are here we are maybe because the some of the projects that we've done in the urban environment, we are handling all the artificial elements come together in one environment that we created. But now here in this natural environment, and then what we can do is really small comparing to the environment. So we started to see the all the environment that inside of the environment. We picked up some of the very unique characters, and then we put all together as a polyphonic elements, polyphonic architectures. So yeah, that's what we're trying for now. That's it for now. Thank you.